So this video is going to be just me straight up ranting. I was supposed to do this video a few weeks ago. I felt like it would have been better if I did do this video a few weeks ago when my emotions were still at an all-time high. But it's been a few weeks and honestly I haven't even watched the show since then. So we're about to go based off of memory and my notes and my memories from how I felt when I was watching it. When I was when I watched it again, because yes, majority of the shows on this channel I have to rewatch because it's different. No one is like, I think, I'm not gonna say sit here and say no one, but I feel like me talking about a show, like for example SpongeBob. If I go in here and talk about a show without actually watching it again, I'm going to give you guys memories from when I was a kid. And I feel like I'm an adult. I'm 23 years old. Like, if I was to sit here and talk about Gravity Falls from my kid perspective, it would not be the same because it just didn't click for me. I used to watch Gravity Falls, but I feel like this is everyone. Well, at least majority. When you're a kid, you're watching a cartoon, you're watching a show, you're mainly watching it based off your pure imagination because of the colors or because of like the little funny little things that you do get. But when you're an adult, you see these cartoons in a different light, in a different lens. You see it differently. Because me, I'm sitting here watching Gravity Falls as an adult as if this is one of my BET shows. Like, I'm like, this shit got hella tea in here. Like, what the hell? Why I didn't notice this when I was a kid? Because when you're a kid, you're not looking for that stuff. When you're a kid, you're looking for the mysteries. You're looking for Dipper. You're looking for Mabel and their little tic-tac, jokey jokes or whatever. You know that Bill is a bad guy, but it's like, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Bill. I ain't gonna lie, I'm be real as a adult. I low-key, high-key fuck with Bill. He's funny. And he's just straight up a bad guy. Like, usually he's like, for example, Gideon. Like, he was only bad because he had intention. Like, he had because he didn't get what he wanted. Like, on some kid shit. Bill, he was like, yeah, I was like this all my life. And I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with him because that's just how it is. And he's just funny as fuck. Yo, I look too good. Like, I look way too good. I don't give a fuck. I don't listen. If nobody else is gonna, I gotta stop cursing. But if nobody's gonna gas my head up, it's gonna be me. So I'm gonna open up with a question. How do you guys personally feel about Stan? How do you personally feel about Ford? How do you feel about their Grunkle Stan and Ford's relationship? I feel like their whole brotherly beef thing was literally over ego trip. And it all started because, let me just break it down. Stan and Ford, they're twins, they're old as fuck. They're twins, and they were since they were kids, they were two different people. Two different people. Stan was the they kind of like labeled him as troubled, which he kind of was. He was definitely troubled. And Ford, on the other hand, was into the books. He wanted to he had big plans. He had a whole idea of how his life was gonna go. He knew what he wanted to be. He knew exactly he was like one of those. Like, I feel like in a typical sibling relationship, that's literally how it is. It's usually not necessarily the one that's usually for the fun with the shits, the other one who's like, I'm focused and I'm driven and this is just what it's gonna be. And there were just two opposites. And that's okay. And the thing is about that is that Stan, which I feel like I'm not a twin. So if you're a twin, I feel like this is a conversation for you. So please feel free to step forward. I feel like Stan being like, they're twins, Stan and Ford being like they're twins. Stan kind of felt like Ford and him should do everything together, no matter everything they should just be together. Like this. Everything they do, they should always consider each other and they should always involve each other. Like, Stan didn't have that individuality. Ford wanted to be individual. He wanted his own thing. He wanted to do his own thing. He wanted to experience his own life and be separated because when you're a twin, I don't know this, but from what I see and from what people tell me who are twin, they do have that issue where it's very hard for them to separate or like be their own person, because not only do are y'all known for being twins, sometimes y'all even fucking look alike. Oh, where's the other one? Oh, where's the other one? You're always asking about the other one. Or yeah, I feel like y'all are obligated to do everything together and move as one because y'all are twins. And I feel like if they weren't twins, I'm saying, if they weren't twins and they were like two different ages with a different age gap, they would have that individuality already, because when you're the older sibling, you were born first. So you kind of already know how it is. And when you're younger one, you kind of like have your own path that was already tailored for you from the parent or whatever. Sometimes the parent feel like they fucked up and they want to freaking do a redo with the baby, with the younger one. Like, so I just feel like, yeah. I don't know what was my point, but yeah. That was like the difference between the two. With Stan, he used to do dumb shit, right? I forgot what happened to the T. Correct me if I'm wrong. But one of the first situations that kind of like ruffled their relationship was when Stan, well, let me start with Ford, he had an opportunity to go to a big ass college. I'll keep cursing, to a big college, and he had to do like some science fair project so that the scouts can go to the science fair, see how he doing, and pick him out, right? Kind of like an NBA draft, like that one. You like to play basketball, whatever. So you go to all your games, whatever. You do your best so that the scouts who sit on the beaches and watch the kids who play, they can see, oh, that kid who's number 13, yeah, him. We want to talk to him, and we can do that deal or whatever to get him in a good college. And it's literally that, but for science. And what happened was, Stan was being fucking stupid as per usual, and I'm not saying that to be ill-spirited. Like, he definitely did some stupid shit. But I forgot what happened. But in the midst of him being in a project, he knocks Ford's project over and breaks it. And instead of telling Ford, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of messed up the project by an accident, you might need to do that so that, the next day, because the next day was his evaluation, he didn't tell Ford. So what happened was, Ford went to school thinking he about to ace this whole entire science fair project. What happened was, instead of him telling him that he knocked it over, he let him go to school the next day, and his science project failed, which caused Ford to not be accepted to the school that he really, really wanted to, when it was a big, successful school that was gonna promise him a future. This fucks Ford's future up, by the way. Imagine being 18 and you're so sure of what you are, and your brother fucked your shit up. You start beefing. Oh, also, due to this Ford, Stanford, I said Stanford, that's the same, Stan Lee. Due to Stan, messing up the project, their parents ended up kicking him out. They were like, oh, you fucked up your brother's future. He was gonna make us rich. Now because you ain't got nothing going on with your life, you upset at him, so you gotta get out. And they kicked him out. I feel like, I'm gonna be real, that was too harsh. That was way too harsh. They didn't have to kick him out. I'm gonna be real with you, because I just feel like they could have just met Stan halfway. What kind of path he's already in. Like, y'all already it was already an ongoing thing about him going nowhere and Ford going everywhere, right? No, it's not your job to, well, yes it is, you're a parent, and whether they're still 18, you still take care of your fucking kids regardless. My mama's still caring for me, and I literally moved out of my mama's house at 19. I moved out, I have my own career, I have my own thing going on. And she's still in my motherfucking business. So I just feel like they could have helped them out a little bit. And I'm a big believer as sometimes parents don't know. And when they don't know something, how can they teach you? But I just feel like you're sitting here bashing him. You clearly want the best for both of your sons, right? But it's to the point where not enough, because you put in one in the dark spot and highlighting the other. I feel like instead of that, it's like, okay, so this one already knows what the hell we want to do. Let's shift our focus on this one. Okay, listen, I ain't gonna lie, you might have to go to board. Like, and I'm talking about way before 18. Like, it shouldn't have even got to that point. I feel like, okay, boarding school, something, trade. And I know that they're in a different state. I forgot where they grew up in. I forgot. I just feel like they should have gave him more attention because Ford did not need any attention. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Ford didn't really need that much attention. Like, yes, he needed attention because he's a kid at the end of the day, but he was already so sure of himself that the attention should have been shifted on Stan. And of course, they both should have got attention, but Stan should have gotten a little bit more handheld. The handheld of somebody who's already off, who's already showing himself, already knew what the hell is going on. You gotta handhold the people that need their extra help. Literally. I just feel like they kind of like that was a mess up on their end. And then the comparison thing, that I feel like all siblings had to go through this. When a parent doesn't necessarily treat the siblings as equal, they kind of like put one on a higher pedestal than the other one, and it's kind of like that fucks it up. Like, that really messes up a whole relationship between the siblings, because not only is Stan already going through his own emotions, like he don't want to be alone. He don't even know what it is to be alone, how it is to be alone. But then you're sitting here putting him down. So now he's literally clinging on to his brother for some type of positivity, because everybody's like, oh, forget you. And I know this whole rant sounded like I'm on Stan's side because this is me coming from a fresh brain. Because if I would have made this video a few months ago, and I know I was just ranting about how I could have made this video a few weeks ago, my emotions was all time high. But that's the bad way to go about it, because you're sitting here and you're like, damn, I'm not putting myself in the other person's shoes. I'm literally just going off of how I feel and what I see. This is a rant video. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but be prepared. Be prepared. And that's for the parents, but I feel like they definitely could take a few L's. They could definitely take some accountability on that, because they could have nipped that shit in the butt right then and there. As for Stan, he was still mad at Ford. Ford, eventually, that it didn't work out, whatever, cool. But he still was like, I still want to go to college. I still want to be my own person. I still want to do my own thing, right? Which is understandable. He fucked up my future. I don't fuck with you, but I fuck with you because you're my brother, but it is what it is. I'm going to just pivot. You go find a school. The school wasn't really good at really educate. Like, they didn't really have enough resources. But anyways, after some years, Stan got upset. He was upset. He was so mad. Oh, you left me. Da da da. Da da da. You went to enjoy your life, and you went to college, and you have all this college money, and you don't have nothing to share for me. Literally, what he said verbatim. So I don't want to hear nobody. I'm gonna comment on some other. You gotta know.
Meanwhile, where have you been? Living it up in your fancy house in the woods, selfishly hoarding your college money because you only care about yourself.
He just felt entitled to his success. No one should be feeling entitled to no one's success. I do not give a fuck. I'm more big about boundaries, okay? If I make it a certain place, nobody around me should not be feeling entitled. Because at the end of the day, it was me who did what I had to do. And yes, if I feel like I want to help you, I'll definitely help you when I want to help you. But you're not about to sit here and come at my shit and be like, oh, you need to be giving me this, give me, just because I wiped your ass, and just because you're my brother and you're my sister, just because I watched you and I raised you. That's not how that goes. I'm sorry, it never should even go like that. It should. I support you because I want to, not because you're making me feel like you're entitled and you're making me feel like I have to do it. Mind you, we have the same 24 hours, Bookie. We have the same 24 hours, Bookie. What you do with your life? We have the same 24 hours. I did too much. But anyways, yeah. While Ford was in college, whatever, Stan, this is what I'm about to tell you what he did with his little 24 hours. He was in his best life, bro. He was scamming people. He came up with a hella fucking inventions, and none of them motherfuckers worked. He said, oh, I found this, da 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 da. And he just scam people for money. Sometimes it worked. Sometimes it caused his ass to get arrested and be in prison of multiple different countries. It caused him to move state from state because his ass had to be on a run because people were not fucking with him. And he eventually had to go to Gravity Falls to meet up with Ford because Ford asked Stan for his help. And he was just like, oh, I haven't spoken to you in all these years, and after all these years, you want to call me for some help? Ford and Old Man McGucket, they used to be partners or whatever. But McGucket, he saw that what Ford was doing, and he just did not agree with it. He was like, what the fuck? You're going to literally wipe out the entire world if you do this. And, Ford didn't fucking listen because they're stubborn. They don't listen. Neither of them listen. And that's why, like, I get both sides, but then I feel like Stan kind of dragged it. Like, he dragged it, and he dragged it for the longest. But they're both stubborn. I do want to say that. He was stubborn. He was just like, no, it should be like this, da 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 da. And he ended up asking Stan for help because he was like, if nobody else gonna help me, I know exactly who will help me. And did. But the thing is, not even. They ended up literally fighting, like fist fighting, like, and then literally to the point where while they were fighting, they literally turned on the fucking machine that Ford was spent hella years building. In the midst of that, literally, I would have also, because people don't pay attention to fucking details. A lot of people just want to look at the whole scheme of things. I'm looking at details. When Stan and Ford were fighting and they turned on the machine, Ford tried to stop Stan and was like, yo, like, I'm so sorry, da da da. And he just did not give a fuck. Stan, his ego was here, his pride was here, and he was just like, I'm gonna fuck you up, and ended up pushing his brother into the portal. His brother was missing. Okay? His brother was missing for like over 10 years. So, while his brother was missing, guess what Stan did? There's no justifying this part, and this is why I said this is the worst thing that he ever did, and not the portal thing, because I know that some people were like, why did you didn't say the portal thing was the worst thing Stan did instead of the little details that I'm about to say? Because, yes, sat there purposely, accidentally on purpose, because it was definitely on purpose that he pushed the freaking thingy into the thing. Yes, he didn't need to do it, but he still did it on purpose after the fight could have stopped. And, yeah, he pushed forward in a thing. But then after he pushed forward in the portal, he literally stole Ford's identity, took over the shop, and then scammed people in Gravity Falls. Basically doing the same shit he was doing all these other fucking countries that he got arrested in and kicked out of, and states that he got fucking arrested in and kicked out of. Yeah, so like I was saying, people were saying, oh, it took him 10 years to build a portal. I feel like him sitting there building 10 years with minimum information, okay, that is dedication and hard work, right? But you still, at the end of the day, push your brother in the portal. And then when he comes back, you want to act like you weren't sorry for pushing him in the portal. You're not apologize for pushing the portal. But instead, your ego and your pride is so goddamn hot that instead of you saying, hey, I'm sorry that I pushed you in the portal, let's start fresh, let's move on, you literally went to sit here and begin arguing over a fucking thank you because you tried to solve a fucking issue that you've caused. Oh, you could have just said the thank you? No. It's not about the fucking thank you. You pushed me in the fucking portal, and now you're sitting here talking about some fucking thank you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is what I mean. Like, you just want me to kiss your fucking feet? And literally what pissed me off was towards the end of the fucking movie, he literally sat, and I don't get how people are literally justifying this. He literally put the kids at risk. Fuck the town. He literally put the kids at risk. He was this close to saving their fucking day, but he didn't want to hold nobody's stinking ass fucking hand just because of a thank you. Say thank you that I built that da da da. Nigga, how about you apologize sincerely for being jealous of him all of his fucking life and trying to freaking restrain him because you felt so fucking stuck back. You needed somebody to feel stuck right along with you. How about that? Like, I just feel like Stan is just not a good person. And that was highlighted throughout the entire show that he's not a good person. Not only, the only thing that, even to the kids, he was acting a little funny, but I feel like he treats them better than he treated his own brother. And he treats everyone else. Yeah, I just feel like he's just only wrong because this entire time he's not seeing his own wrongdoings. He's just seeing what other people did to him. Instead of, wait, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely did fuck up a few times. If he would have admitted that, I feel like that would have just And also Ford, he don't really get out of it easy either because he's so fucking stubborn that he could have just said the thank you. But he's like, no, I'm not telling you fucking thank you, the one who threw me in that motherfucker. And that's where I come in, because I'm stubborn as fuck too. I'm not saying fucking thank you, you the one who pushed me in it. You fucking trying to get me out is the least you could have done. The fuck? That's the least you could have done, was trying to get me out for the 10 years that you pushed me in there for. You don't know what the fuck I was going through on the other side. And you want to stick in ass thank you, but you over here on this fucking life, living your fucking day to day, got to meet your grandnephews and grand fucking nieces and shit, and I didn't get to meet nobody. Have fucking kids and shit. Like the fuck? I'm confused. Like that's like, and I just feel like after every single argument, Stan just drags it. Like you will be like y'all would just be arguing, bickering back and forth, but he just want to take it that extra mile. So now he want to fucking just push you. Now you getting punched in your face, or just because you said shut up and he didn't like the way you said shut up. And now instead of y'all going back and forth, he would have punched you in your face. But one thing I will say was a great redemption for Grunkle Stan was when he to save everybody, because you know he already fucked up. Literally when he was like after the thank you argument, he literally already fucked up. You know, Bill was like, "Oh, y'all stupid as fuck. Y'all didn't connect hands. Y'all all the pieces that I need in one spot." Da da da, and ended up beating their asses, or whatever. And they ended up taking that L. But then Stan had to risk his memory to be able to save the world and save his grandnieces and grandnephews. I'm just gonna Google him real quick. Give me one moment, because now I'm curious. Got it. Okay. I'm looking in the thing. So there was 3 of them. I didn't know there were 3 brothers. They seeing Sherman. There were 3 siblings. There was Stanford, Stanley, and then Shermy. And Shermy is the one who went and had kids, whatever, and making Stanley and Stanford the Grunkles. So guys, this is the end of the video. Please comment down below how you guys feel. If you agree with me, let me know. And if you don't, let me know. Explain why you don't agree with me. How do you see the situation? Sorry, let me stop rambling. Give me a like, a comment, of course, and subscribe if you're interested in watching my upcoming videos. Cheers. Oh, also before I let you guys go, please give another show recommendation, nostalgia show recommendation, and I will definitely cover it. Okay?